So we've got a little bit further up the road and one of the vehicles seems to be having a bit of a problem with power to the engine.
Welcome back, we're Paul and Tan and we're escaping crowds. This is a trip that we've been planning to do for such a long time. A trip with a difference where we share our travels with family and friends in a number of vehicles, covering a huge amount of kilometres, travelling from Perth to the far north of Western Australia as we tackle the famous GIBB River Road, one of Australia's iconic four-wheel drive destinations. Enjoy the video series. There's nothing quite like a 4 a.m. start to get the excitement building. As there are a number of vehicles travelling in our convoy, we stopped at various places to collect everyone so that we could travel together. We knew that today would be a big day of driving. Just to put some context to the story, we have 5 vehicles including us, with a variety of camping setups for the trip.
So we've got a little bit further up the road and one of the vehicles seems to be having a bit of a problem with power to the engine. They think it's a fuel issue, so this is the current view. Checking fuel lines and other suspect things. So this is Dylan's 60 series. Bit of a beast, but it's obviously something's going on. He was just losing power. One point couldn't get anything over 50 kilometers an hour, so something's not right. So let the boys do their thing. Tools are out. Hands are dirty. It's happening. So just hanging around at some random side road here waiting for a couple of the guys have gone back to the servo down the road to get some oil for Dylan's 60 series engine because it's a bit low. Don't know whether that's the problem, but we're kind of just hanging, waiting for them to get back. Passing through the little town of Pithara. I hope I said that right. It's very difficult to say. Not much going on here. That's kind of the town. Not much action in this town. That is the hall, the local town hall. And we have now passed through. Well, there's an old bowling green. and a wheat silo back there. So the town of Pithara. We're heading towards Dalwallinu, where hopefully Dylan can get his car looked at and we can solve this problem. He's a bit far behind with the rest of the crew, so we're just motoring on to pave the way for them so that they've got a safe passage through to Dalwallinu. So we'll probably end up stopping there for a little while.
Thankfully, we were able to get hold of a mechanic in Dalwallanu who found the issue with Dylan and Santana's 60 series. A fuel blockage was the cause, and this problem was solved fairly quickly, enabling us all to get back on the road. Welcome back. It's the end of the first day of driving, and it's been a big one. That's an understatement. We've officially been on the road for about 14 hours. A couple of little hiccups with one of the vehicles. Turned out to be, what was it, a fuel blockage in the fuel line. So it was a pretty easy solve, and the car's been fine since, but we had a couple of hours kind of wasted downtime. So we planned to get to our campsite a bit earlier, but unfortunately the sun's just going down now. Just cleaned up a couple of birds maybe, and we're just heading off to a campsite called Bilyuin Pool, which is about 14 k's off the Great Northern Highway. It's apparently around a bit of a lake or a pool, so we'll see what that's like. But unfortunately, we probably won't be able to show you very much tonight. Whoa, the sun's bright, because the sun will have dropped by the time we get there. There's the sun. It's just heading down now. So yeah, that's the story for today. Tomorrow we're heading further north. We hope to end up tomorrow night at Karijini. We'll probably get a free camp somewhere on the outskirts of the national park, and stopping at a few places on the way up to Karijini tomorrow, Newman and a couple of other places. So yeah, we'll if it's still light when we get to camp, we'll show you how we've set up and how we've organised our camping for tonight. Other than that, we'll talk to you in the morning and show you what the place looks like in the daylight. Look at that beautiful sunset. Troops.
I wouldn't even do it now, because the most likely you'd probably replace it now, and then on the GIBB would happen again.
First bit of carnage. Oh, damn.
You can feel under here.
I mean,
rub your finger under there.
New camper trailer getting its first drive out today. How good is that sunset? I'm glad we got here before the sun went down.
yeah.
Sky's beautiful. All right, let's go and put the roof up. Well, good morning everyone. If I haven't said it already, this was an absolute cracker of a camp spot that we stayed at last night. I'll put the details up on the screen. This one is called Bilyuin Pool. It's about maybe 50 k's north of Meekatharra, little road off the main highway. Loads of people in last night. We're all packing down for a big drive out to Newman this morning to have a pub lunch. Yeah.
Morning.
Morning. Pub lunch for everyone today. And then we'll got the rest of the drive through to Karijini this afternoon. Yeah, we had a really nice night just sitting around the campfire. We made a little campfire up, cooked up some food, pretty much just sat around, but everyone was shattered. It would have been a good 20-hour day by the time everyone settled down last night. So yeah, it was a good day though, lots of driving. So today, yeah, we continue on and we'll be leaving shortly, so come along for the journey.
Up a little bit, about 3 centimetres, 4 centimetres.
What a setup. And we are off this morning. Convoy is hitting the road. What do you reckon about that place?
Beautiful spot. Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, and so basically when you, we just followed the instructions on Wikicamp basically. So it's about 14 k's from the Great Northern Highway. Go down I don't know if it's a mining road or whatever, but it's a public road, and then you head off into Bilyuin Pool, and it's probably a couple of k's, a kilometre in off the road maybe. But you just keep driving.
Got a radio check?
Yep, all good here.
Yeah, all good here.
Yeah, you go in until you find a spot basically. There's lots of recommendations to go further in, but it was dark when we got here last night, and this morning you could see why going down further would be good, because there's so much open space. The pool goes quite a long way back. Lots of wildlife on it this morning. We even saw a feral cat come and try and attack some ducks, but he didn't get one of them, so that was good. We saw a brolga. There was this cool bird that was making all this really, really lovely sounds, but we couldn't find him. Didn't see any four-legged creatures apart from a cat, did we? We didn't see any other wildlife, but mostly birds. There was some evidence of cows being around too, but didn't see any of those. But apparently there'll be a lot on the road probably today, I reckon.
Yeah,
The big cows up from the Pilbara area. Anyway, so yeah, we're heading off out. Whoa, dust trucks at the end of the road. There's trucks going past on this road, so we're about to hit the dust bowl. So I have to say, a good night's sleep works wonders, because we were all fairly fatigued at the end of yesterday, I reckon. Yeah, and we were having a bit of a gripe, just a little bit, about how boring it was. But when you get back on the road fresh in the morning, there's not much to see except just the beautiful colours of the red. And what I really like about driving up here is that shimmery kind of silvery look. It almost looks like things are wet, but it's just the iron ore in the dirt. It's in the rock. It's just beautiful. So, you know, it's not breathtaking scenery, but it's still spectacular. So we're on the road back to the Great Northern Highway this morning. So once we head that road, we'll be on our way to Newman for our pub lunch. Excited about that. road for 2 and a bit hours, roughly, this morning, and we have seen very little wildlife except for roadkill and a few birds. We've been really excited to find some of those great big cows that you find up here, but we've only seen a couple of skeletal ones that have been lying there for a while, but we just saw one finally and it looked reasonably healthy. Okay, having to move over to the side for this big rig that's coming along in front of us. Whoa, it is a big rig. Damn. Whoa.
So we're almost at Newman, thank goodness. We've seen some monster vehicles on the road today. A little bit of history about Newman. It used to be called Mount Newman until 1981, when it changed its name just to Newman. It was named Newman after one of the surveyors of the area, Aubrey Newman, who was responsible for surveying the area at the time and had a big plan to map out the area from here to Kew. But unfortunately, he died of typhoid before he got a chance to do his surveying. So in 1981, the name changed because it ceased to be a closed town, which we think was probably run by BHP, because at that time it was just a town run solely for mining. And the mountain behind the town was then called Mount Newman. After the closed town became an open town, its name changed to Newman. We're not too far from Newman and we're really looking forward to some lunch and a bathroom stop. We spent probably a little too long at the pub in Newman, but it was worth it. Check this view out. Sorry about the dirty windows and the sun shining in, but it's the best we can offer. We've just come over a little ridge and this is what we're faced with. It's pretty horrible. We're currently on the north side of Newman, heading towards Karijini, and we've hit what we think is the Hamersley Ranges, which extends right through the Pilbara. There's a fair bit of mining going on, but it's tucked away, and it's just as well, because you wouldn't want to see this place destroyed. It's just magnificent. The colours, and there's just so much green.
So guess what we just saw? Camel. Well, apparently there was more than one. We only saw one, but yeah, a camel on this road. We've never seen that before. In fact, apart from one cow today, that's the only other wildlife we've seen, isn't it? Yeah, it was cool to see. Whoa, look at this coming through this.
I think you'd see more out here, but
Yeah.
it's
Whoa.
actually the first one we've ever seen up in the Pilbara.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely. Gosh, there's a bit of a traffic jam going on through here.
So after a pretty good drive today, we arrived at Fernpool just as the sun was beginning to sink. The absolute best time for filming and photographs.
Oh, there's water in it. Oh, I've never seen water in it like that. That's so nice. The last time we came here it was dry. So I'm going to take a walk down to Fern Pool. It's quite a long way down, but it's a really well maintained staircase. Nobody down here by the looks of it, so that's good. I'm going to take my time. Beautiful views of the gorges though. How stunning is this? My goodness. A quick dip in Fern Pool to freshen up, and we were back on the road as the skies turned to gold to find our camp spot for the night, a free camping area just outside of the national park called Albert Tognolini Rest Area. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'd love for you to stay tuned for more epic content as we continue our trek north. To make sure you don't miss any episodes, smash that subscribe button and hit notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next episode. Cheers!